What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the next episode of Wizard101 PvP. Today we're going to be doing some ice PvP on my max level Ryan Icehorn. So a couple of things has changed with this character. We have new gear, we have new pets, stuff like that. A couple minor changes here and there. Ultimately, ice really hasn't changed a whole lot as far as stat goes, but I think how you play has definitely changed. Where maybe even 2 months ago you see ice playing very defensively, now we see a lot more aggro ice. So I'm going to be displaying some of that in this video. Hopefully you guys can learn a couple things about how this modern meta is in PvP. It's definitely shifted so much between 2019 and 2020. Just some minor gear changes here and there definitely does promote different gameplay, and we see this definitely in ice because I'll show you guys the gear first and I'll talk about it a little bit more. So we have, well, the hat really hasn't changed. We have the Crocodile Blizzard Fez, that's fine, and this is really the big thing. You guys have seen this in other people's videos also, the Turquoise Eagles Raiment, and some people play it, and I think you shouldn't play this on every school. I think only schools you should play this on is ice, death, and maybe life if you're going for like a damage oriented strategy rather than a crit oriented, which if you ask me, the crit oriented one is definitely way better. But yeah, so you're using this robe, and of course if you're using Nova, then you use this robe also. And the boots, standard Dragoon boots. The wand, we're still gonna stick with this one. A lot of people like Dragoon, but I think with ice you really can't afford to lose either accuracy or pips, just because ice, how the school was, how the stats were organized. The school does not tend to have a whole lot of extra accuracy or pips to play with, so you have to stick with what you have. The ring, standard, the amulet. Amulet is Dragoon, you guys definitely need this. And this is the pet, so this is what I'm using right now. With max level PvP, and really when you're going higher up in rank, like for example my ice right now is 1700, so at this point we really do see a whole lot of people with different schools. You only really just face a small handful of people repetitively, so at that stage you can definitely look into kind of trying to prepare for whoever is in the queue. So if you see a whole lot of ice or a whole lot of fire in the queue that night, you might want to change up your pet according to that. So this is just a universal one. This works really well. If you want to set for different schools, you can use ward pets. You can use this if you want to set for fire and ice only, and this is just if you want to set for another ice that you think you're going to get in the queue. So I definitely encourage that you guys don't look down on setting, but accept that this is part of the reality of Wizard101, and if you do want to rank up really high, you really should consider this as part of your loadout when you do make different pets and stuff like that when preparing for PvP. So we're just gonna hop right into queue, and as soon as I get a match, I will be right back. Alrighty guys, before we head into the match, I just want to show you guys the stats that we're running with. We have we just changed a little bit. We changed the pet, so that led us to have 82 resist and a 122 damage. And that's really just because I have seen a whole bunch of ice and fire in the queue, so I don't want to face them without having this extra bit of resist, which I think is going to come in handy. So now, depending on who I'm facing, I might regret that decision. Or in winter, so we did get an ice, like we predicted. That's kind of amazing. There's so many ice this high up in rank that you just can't avoid it. You really can't. My man is like, how? Orin, you don't know how long I've been in queue, fam. Yeah, because he's only 1000 rank, and I'm like 16, 17, something like that. I forgot what I was. But, so he's like, how am I pulling you, bro? No, that's how. We're going to minion early on. From first, I feel like we should win this match. I can't imagine a scenario where we do lose, but anything is possible in PvP. I think he's gonna go for minion too. An average play for ice really early on, what you want to do is just keep him on minion spamming, as silly as it sounds. Just keep your opponent busy killing those minions as you conserve shadow pips and just sit on them for a little bit. After you have a significant amount of shadow pips, you can strike up and just strike up Icebird and Weaver. That's really all you have to do. Okay, so we don't need this, I don't think. I don't need a Shrike. I have one in hand already. I want an Icebird, that would be amazing, but if I can't, I'll just brace myself. Yeah, I can't Icebird, unfortunately, so we'll just brace. Not like we have a better move for this moment, so this is okay. Unfortunately, this is bad for me actually. I've seen a whole bunch of ice with infal recently, so yeah, like I don't know why a lot of people have infal now. I guess brace is not the meta anymore. I think it's still better than infal, but whatever works for you, right? So this is an AoE Wyvern. What he's going to do, he's going to kill both me, not me, he's going to kill the minion and do a little bit of chip damage to me also. So that's a great part about having ward, is if I didn't have ward, this would have done 1,000 damage probably, and now we have managed to avoid a little bit of the damage just by having the extra resist. Let's discard this. I don't think we'll need it. I don't want to have this either. He is second, but even then, you don't want to give your opponent any damage, especially because we're first. We don't really need it, but our opponent definitely does need it, so if we can take that away from him, that's amazing. I guess we'll just blade again and wait until we can minion ourselves. Having the same as the second blade means that if you want to or have to, we can ice bird his minion or himself if that occasion does come up. If not, we can always just do this and take off his shield. Oh, we do have melt, so that's good. Now we have something to do when we strike up. So right now, I'm sure he wants to frostbite us, but I don't think he's gonna do it while we have while we obviously have brace up. So he might just stall us out a little bit more, you know, same as we're doing to him, and he might minion right here, and the minion is going to work to take off our shield, or he's just going to blade. I guess he wanted to stun Scion, but doesn't look like that's going to work out for you. We do have minion, that's good. If he does choose to frostbite, we do have shifts in TC, so I'll see if I can shift it over to him. Maybe we should start drawing for it right now. No shift. I'll discard this. We have blade, so we have a second blade. That's not bad. I'll minion. Minion is fine for now. It's just going to force him to use up those blades or use those blades early on. Either way, we're okay. Oh, two of the same shields. Bad move, my man. But then again, you're second, so you can't really predict a whole lot. I wouldn't have done it just because he should have expected a frostbite at this point, but I guess he didn't see it coming. We have shift. We have everything we need. We have everything we need. We'll just blade again. And maybe we can get his damage down. I mean, his health down. I don't want him psioning us. It's just not going to be fun for any of us. If our pet, I mean, not our pet, if our minion wants to take off that shield, that'd be good too for us. Ooh, he's just doubling down. He's like, I'm not taking any direct damage anytime soon. And that's okay. Maybe our minion will come in clutch and just, okay, so our minion is doing work. We do have Shrike. Oh, I like this, but we don't have stun blocks, guys. You guys know my policy. You guys know my policy. I don't like striking without stun blocks. I say we just frostbite right now. We have an extra blade. Why not just sit on that for a little bit longer and just frostbite, take off those shields, and our minion will help take off the second one. The great part about having 34% pierce, which is pretty high, is that you don't necessarily have to strike. It's just helpful. I do know Orin, he's moody, he has fire, his Caleb, Ghost Flame, so I know his stats. He only has 66 resist, so it's not something we have to worry about so much. This is doing probably, yeah, 500. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I think even if we striked up, we wouldn't have gotten a whole lot of return, so this seemed to have worked out. Meaning, you gotta take that shield off. Oh my gosh, and we're losing internet connections. I don't think this is my internet thing. I think this is just Wizard101 right now. The servers are so laggy that everyone's just dealing with this. I think we discard this and see if we can blade. I mean, unfortunately, we don't even have this. Oh, I guess we have to blade the same one again. Oh man. Brace is fine. Brace is fine. Unfortunately, we didn't get to stack. I don't want to dig into my TC so much. I had a really nice hand, so I said let's leave that hand how it is, and just chip him down a little bit slower. At least we have him out of Scion zone, so we're a little less worried about that. If he strikes up, we will. Oh, he took the last one off. That's crazy. Yes, I am recording. Oh my gosh, do we do it right now? We could do him so dirty. Oh my gosh. Do we dare? Oh man, we could, but nah. I feel like that's getting a little greedy. Let's take this open weaver right now while we have it. Why are there so many max ices? There are way too many, because ice is so broken right now, this meta, that everyone wants to make an ice. Everyone and their uncles want to make an ice. Solid 2400 probably. 24, 23, something like that. It's still good damage. It's not as good striked up, but I don't want to risk it, alright? I think we're safe just chipping him down a little bit at a time. There's no point in us striking up if we don't need to, absolutely. Trap, so if you get a shadow pip, we'll do it again, no problem at all. Set shield? Tower, okay. Here's the funny part, I gave Oren my deck setup. He messaged me and he's like, "Hell man, let me see the deck setup you're running." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So if he's running the same setup that I'm running, no he's not, because in mine, I don't pack ice set shields exclusively. I pack thermics, which I think is better than just straight up ice sets, because one, your opponent can't steal it, and two, you just have just more flexibility. In case you're facing a fire, you have the fire shields. In case you're facing ice, you have ice. And that extra 10% resist is really not gonna save you. It's really not gonna do a whole lot, if you think about it. So right now, if I had to guess, if I know this guy well enough, he's probably gonna go for a frostbite. Probably. So what we need to do is see if we can tank him. I want to see if I can draw a set shield. I think I do carry 2 inside, so maybe we'll draw either one of those. If not, I think Brace is going to hold up for maybe one more turn, so we can tower shield. That should be good enough. Minion's just going in. Alright, Minion, I see you. Not much damage. This is a frostbite. Absolutely. He knows what he's doing. Frostbite is a good move right there. Unless he's Snow Angel. Oh my gosh, no. Okay. Frostbite. I was gonna say, if this guy's Snow Angel, I was gonna say, bro, he has no chill. No chill. We do shift it. We do shift it. So, oh no. Do I dare do this? Do I dare? Oh man, I don't know. I feel like I'll let him do it. I'll Iceberg right now, because it's just a little bit of chip damage here and there, but the main part for us is shifting that clear frostbite that's coming in. Give him a little bit of that strike damage. So yeah, I'm not gonna aftershock him, because I want him to take that damage himself. And our brace is gone, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks. Oh, if we get a shadow pip, I'll weaver him. Why not? Frostbite, no, I mean, I expected it. It is what it is. You had to do it. It's not like you had a choice. But I don't have a choice either. I have to shift this over, bro. You gotta do this to me. I have to do it right back to you. Right back. I mean, this only works from first. I feel like if you have shift TCs right now, hold on to it or sell it, because this is going to be an absolute gold mine in the future. 2 shadow pips. Oh boy. Alright, let's shift this joint. Give it right back to him. 900 around. No thanks, man. You can have that. You can have all that. You can have all that, bro. No, Minion, fizzle. That's what we're talking about, Minion. That's what we need you to do. No, he's not killing me? He's gonna kill the Minion. Oh, right, that makes sense. He wants the backlash down. That makes sense. Unfortunately for him, he's just second to an ice. I mean, that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to lose, because I've lost to ice from second quite a bit. Today alone, I was just doing some PvP just early on, just for practice before I started recording for this video, and I faced my friend Blake Griffin right here. Oh, Jones is on. Look at that. I faced Blake Griffin, a 2000 ranked ice, and I faced what's his name? What is his name? Hunter something Bane. He's a really high rank ice. He's really good at what he does, and they absolutely clapped me, bro. They were actually Hunter I was second to, so that's understood. But Blake was first. I mean, I was first against Blake, and he destroyed me. I think it's because that game I was not using my ward pet, and I couldn't do enough damage to him in time, and he out damaged me, which happens when you don't have a ward pet. That's kind of why this game was so easy for us, because because of Ward, because he knew this pet. I've shared him with all these stats, so he knows what pet I run and everything. So because he knew that this pet had Ice Board, he just played a little bit more conservatively rather than just going in and hitting. He's going in again. Alright. So we're not done yet, guys. We're not done. He can still win this battle. Is he in Icebird range? He is, unfortunately. He is unfortunately in Icebird range. Let's see if we can draw one. No Icebird. Set shield on top. Alright, I guess we have to. Frostbite would, I mean, I don't know. He might just go for it just because he has so much resist. I mean, not resist, pierce, but he didn't. So yeah, we'll Frostbite and just call it GG. Oh, we can shift it over. No, we can't. We don't have the pips to shift it over. But if we could, we would. Alright, let's see. Let's just clean up this match. This was pretty good. It's a pretty long match. That's what you expect when you face ice. You expect these longer matches, but it is what it is. 13-minute matches, and this is supposed to be one of the faster ones too. Think about that, guys. Some of these matches can go up to an hour easily. If both players are really grindy, like one time I faced a really grindy Death, Alex Darkhammer, on my ice, and he was first, but we dragged the match for like an hour, so stuff like that can absolutely happen. Alrighty, Oren. GG, bro. I don't know, it wasn't really even GG. I was first as an ice. I don't know if that was even a fair match for him, but I think ice versus ice is just not a fair match. It's just ridiculous. Alright guys, that is for game number 1. Let's just, yeah, see, 66 resist. I kind of knew what he was running, and that's, I mean, and also because I knew there was so many ice in the queue that I set for ice. But I mean, I didn't hard set for ice because you guys know I have an even more set ice pet. If I knew for sure that I was facing ice, I'll be using this one right here. But yeah, I mean, I might use it next game. You never know. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop right back in the queue, and I will see you all in just one moment. Alrighty boys, we're hopping in. Let's see what we have. We have this pet on. I have been seeing a whole bunch of ice in queue, so we're trying to like hope that we get one of these guys and hope that we're not second. Okay, so we did pull an ice. Now it's a matter of if we can go first to this guy or not. So yeah, you just have to play a little bit reactively to whatever everyone else is playing at the time. So just tonight, for some reason, there seems to be a whole lot of ice in queue. So we did end up going against this ice, which is kind of what we expected, and it did work out in our end. He has 9.9 thousand health, so which has me think he doesn't have ward pet, because there's no way you go for ward and have that much health. It just does not make sense. I don't want to draw too much. Drawing too much is bad for us. We're just going to blade. If he wants to minion, we'll just frostbite him and then we'll kill the minion later on. I think this is a minion. If you're second, that's usually what you want to go for. No, not yet. Okay, so he is going to go for minion very soon. I actually believe that. We have Shrike. That's lit. Let's brace. Do we need to right now? I mean, no. A tower might actually be better. Let's just go for a tower. I mean, he might steal it, but if he does, it's whatever. It's going to cost him a pip anyway. And it's either that or an iceberg, so it's not like he's getting a whole lot out of this. A blade of his department too, so right now I feel confident putting up a minion of my own because he's kind of making it easy for me. But then again, I also have Shadow Pip and I also have Weaver, so maybe I can just take the open Weaver. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. That's risky. That's really risky, especially without stun blocks. Yeah, no. I might take the Lord of Winter or a Scion. No, I don't have Scions anymore. I had Scions, but I took it out. It just did not seem efficient anymore. So we're just going to brace right now. Just play it a little safe. He's definitely going to shield. He knows what's going on. He does not want to get hit. Or not. This is an ice dispel. Oh, okay, no. So he is technically shielding because he took our shield. But that's fine. We have stun blocks now. And we have shift. So I'm going to hold on to the shift just in case. Not just in case. I feel like we're going to need it. If you're versing an ice, your opponent is absolutely just going to overtime quite often. We have another blade. That's not bad. I like that. I like that. So we'll stun block for now, and then if I can draw an overtime, I'll overtime. If not, then I'll just keep blading and Shrike can do something after that. I think his best move, just because of my hand. I mean, obviously he can't see my hand, but if he could, minion would be the best move right now for him. That I'm okay with that. I think it was a TC when I used it. I do believe so. Let's see what we have. We do have what we need. That's kind of lit. Oh, it is the same shield. That's kind of not that great for you, bro. Alright, I will take that, no problem. And we got the crit. We didn't deserve that. That's crazy. 20% crit, and we're first. He's unblocked the first one, so the second one should go through. And it does. He does have the Dragoon robe, so if you feel like his crit is... Oh, word, he has ward. That's funny. I didn't think he did, but he does. He definitely does. Alright, well, I feel like our best move right now is definitely not anything hitting wise. We're just gonna see if we can try and Shrike, Icebird, just do our magic. Oh, we have Frostbite too. Shrike Frostbite isn't bad either. That's not so bad either. He's definitely gonna go for the same thing. We have to be very, very cognizant about the combos that he could pull, because I'm not as experienced with ice as these guys are, so I'm facing people that only do ice PvP, right? So every day, every evening, they'll just log on and they'll do ice PvP. I don't tend to do ice exclusively, so these guys are way higher skilled. Okay, we have what we need. That's kind of nice. We don't care about Brace so much because we have a set shield. We have 2 Shadow Pips, and you guys already know I don't like squandering Shadow Pips. I'm not even good. I'm bad at PvP, bro. I'm telling you guys. You guys think I'm great at PvP? I'm probably not that great. I think I just get lucky a lot when it comes to doing matches. Oh, this guy's also bad? Come on, man. We can't both be bad. We can't both be bad. How are we supposed to teach this guy anything? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I don't know. Do we have to dispel him right now? That's the question. I don't know if I want to just yet. He does have 2 blades. That's kind of not fun. I have the shift, so I don't care about that aftershock. You can have that, Chief. Oh, I'll Lord of Winter him, no problem. Oh my gosh, we have 2 Shadow Pips. We have 2 Shadow Pips. We need to Weaver. Not today. I guess we're Lord of Wintering. That's, I mean, I don't know. If we had Weavers, I would have just hit him. But we don't, so this is the best bet. And if I had to guess, he's probably using a Frostbite right now, so we'll just shift it over, give it to him, and if he does want to go for an open shot, then I guess we take that. Solid 2.2. That's not so bad for 1 blade. I don't know if I even had a blade. I gotta check that again. I'm not sure what I was playing exactly, but this is definitely a Frostbite, so now he can Weaver us the turn after, so this is nice. This works out for us. I'm sorry, Chief, but I gotta shift that over to you. I have to, and then the following round I have to Icebird in order to get my backlash down. And there's no way, you don't have any blades, you don't have a bubble, there's no way you go for a Climaclysm right now. That just would not be smart for you. I don't think he would do that. Oh, we have our Icebird. That's lit. We're getting our backlash down completely, no problem about it. 700 a turn? I don't want to deal with the 700 a turn. How about you just deal with that instead? I don't want it, bro. I don't want it. You can have that. We did that twice, bro. Twice. Brace? Okay, I'll take it. We have Ward and Brace. That's lit. If you guys weren't aware, I have 65 resist right now, so if I have Brace and he hits me, it's not doing anything. We can strike up. I'll see if I can strike up again. I'll try to draw for it as soon as possible. That might actually be the best bet for us. Discard this. I could dispel him, but I feel like we need to get our backlash down more rather than dispel. It's just a smarter play for a long-term grindy game, which I can guarantee this is going to be very grindy. This is probably doing like 700 or something like that. Oh, crit. That's not fun. 800 maybe. 847. That's what we're talking about. Alright, get that backlash down completely. So if you guys aren't aware, KingsIsle is apparently, I've heard rumors about this. They're changing how Shrike works. They're changing how PvP works. There are some leaks of the test realm that's coming out next week. And one of those is that Shrike will no longer let you reduce your backlash twice in one turn, which kind of takes away the whole purpose of Nightbringer and Daybringer. But hey man, if they think it's good, then I'll let them try it out and see how that works in practice. But it will definitely make Shrike weaker, but right now Shrike is just so easy to play. If they had to fix this spell at all, they would definitely have to reduce the Pierce, maybe reduce it to 35%, maybe even 50 is just too much, maybe even 30%, just purely 30. That might even be better. But yeah, no, we took solid damage, not gonna lie. Solid damage, but it's okay. I could have shielded, I could have avoided all of it, but then we would have taken so much in backlash that it might not have even mattered for us. Yeah, because we had 20% backlash, we would have taken 30, we had 8.5, that's 2400 damage. No thanks, Chief, I don't want that damage. Alright, let's see, we can blade a couple times even. Let's discard the minion. I think it's too late for us to minion. Let's just keep blading. We do have Shadow Pips. I should have maybe discarded a little bit more, but that didn't happen, so we'll settle for this. We do have 5k health still, so we're not going anywhere. Do we blade again or not? Huh, let's discard this and let's blade. Do I even need another Frostbite? Nah, there's no way. There's no way I need a Frostbite. I need a Shrike, so I need to get to the Shrike as soon as possible. Maybe his pet doesn't have info. Maybe. Or if not, we don't even need a Shrike. We can just Frostbite. That should just really be more than enough. Okay, we have a Frostbite. We don't have Shrike, but we have Frostbite, so that might actually just work out in our favor. Yeah, so he wants to do the same thing that I'm doing. He wants to go for an overtime also. And especially since my brace runs on this turn, this is really the best turn for him to do it. If he predicted this hit for some reason, I would genuinely be so surprised. Please don't shift it over. Or triage it. I'd rather you take that damage. 2700 if he doesn't defuse it. Dispel. Frostbite himself. Yeah, no, that's understood. So let's see if I can brace. That would ideally be the best move. We have a Weaver. He has a Shadow Pip too, so that's not good. I say we shield. I mean, we can just keep shield spamming, honestly. 400, yeah, no. I don't know about that. I had 2 more blades than him, but we both have ward, I think, so he's not gonna kill us anytime soon. Thermic. Oh, now I kind of regret not having that ice set shield. Not, what's it called? Icebird. That's what I meant. Okay, well, what do we do here? Let's see if we can draw more Icebirds from TC. There's a solid chance we can. No, but I think we can set shield. That should be almost equally as good. If he does hit, if he doesn't, then the hit doesn't matter at all. We are first, so I feel like this match is more or less in the bag. It's 800, 182. See, you guys see, like that was doing 1000 damage. As soon as he put on a shield, that damage went straight to basically nothing. So that's ridiculous. Alright, so I definitely feel like we need an Icebird. Oh my gosh. So I'm kind of glad we did shield rather than just straight up try to take off that shield that he had. That would have been just getting overly greedy. This is doing 200. Yeah, see, so ward is just insane right now. I think it doesn't matter what school you are, ward is just amazing talent to have. Discard this, we don't need this anymore. I'll hold on to both. You never know what comes up. No, I should have used the Quint. Oh my gosh, my man was like, yo, I should have set for this guy. I knew it. I knew there was too many ice in the arena. Nah, man, you didn't know, I didn't know. We were both just straight up hoping that we were getting good matchups. Like, he kind of got unlucky. If I went second to him, I feel like there's a solid chance we could have lost. There's a solid chance. And by solid, I mean more like 70% chance we could have lost. It's just because if you're ice and you're first against another ice, that's just an easy matchup for you. Let me tell you someone that I did lose to earlier, Blake Griffin. He's he knows what he's doing. He's good, but him going second to me didn't really matter so much for him because he had ward and I didn't have ward. So what was going on in that match, and I wish I could show you guys this, but I didn't end up recording that one. But it was a lot of like back and forth grindy, but he just outgrinded me because he had a lot more resist to work with. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is, in your practice, in your matches, be more cognizant of what playstyles you use. Be more cognizant of what gear sets you use. I think resist is just an amazing strategy overall, but you just have to be careful of when to execute it, when not to use it. On ice you definitely want to, but if you feel like there's not that many ice in the arena, against any other schools like Myth, you don't want to use ward. Life, no wards for that. Just use wards for schools that you think are definitely going to be an issue for you. Like honestly, for me, it's just straight up this guy. So yeah, I think we'll just shield. There's really no other reason. I mean, he's gonna frostbite or ice bird at least, so it doesn't really matter so much for us. But next turn we have to dispel him. He will frostbite, so we have to dispel the next hit that he uses. Snow Serpent. So this man's ran out of Ice Bird probably. He's like, yo, I gotta take the shield off somehow. 200 damage, maybe 100. 124. Yeah, word is just crazy right now. I need that brace to be over, because I don't think my Weaver will kill him if he has the shield and the brace. I don't know. Okay, we have what we need technically, and if he tries to bait us somehow and he doesn't use his Shadow Pip, we'll just Weaver into the shield. There's really nothing wrong with that. I think he's going for an Ice Bird. I think so. Was this it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, so that made sense. We do have our Shrike finally. I mean, at this point we didn't really need it, but if we have it, we'll take it. This is definitely a drawn out match. So you guys, I told you guys at the beginning of this match that this would definitely be one of those that definitely go a couple rounds. They take a little bit of back and forth in order for a winner to come out, and that's really how it is when two people have ward. You're looking at walls hitting walls. It's that ridiculous. We did stun block. That's kind of lit. We don't have much block. I think it's like a 15% or something like that. I'll showcase you guys the stats at the end of the match. But yeah, my block is not that much. Neither is my crit. But we have gotten crits and blocks off in this match multiple times. And in this video multiple times. In the first video even. In the first match. Let's just go and hit him with the Weaver. GG Jose, it is what it is. You're second to an ice. You're facing an uphill battle. I don't expect you to win this one. And that's really, after you hit 15, 16, 1700, you're really going to face a whole lot of ice. So yeah, rank up. I encourage that, but at the same time, be wary of what you're looking towards in the future. So prepare for that by making these really cool pets that, it doesn't matter what school you are, ice, myth, death, definitely should make ice ward pets, and just have try to get as much ice resist as possible. Unless you're like Myth. I think Myth just straight up go for damage and crit, which is fine also. I'll show you guys my Myth setup in another video. But Myth just straight up, they go for damage and pierce and crit, and that's something else on its own. Alright guys, that was very grindy. Let me just show you guys the stats before I end this video. I'll show you his stats too, why not? So we did lose quite a bit of rank today. We were doing so many practice matches against my friends that it did not work out for us. 85 resist, not bad. 68 across the board. 124 damage. That's not too much, but it seems to be more than enough from my experience. 34% pierce, standard. 9% block. It's even lower than I expected. 97% pips. Pretty good. And Jose has similar stats, but he has the try. No, not even similar stats. He has a lot lower damage. He just straight up went for all resist. Oh no, he does have dealer. Where is he losing stat from? Where are you losing your stats? Oh, this robe. That's why. Okay. So yeah, this is really what we're facing out here. 9,900 health. Alright guys. Take care. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I will see you all next time.